Right then, guys, just a quick auction recap, really. It's Thursday after the sale. Bank holiday obviously threw me off there. Thursday after the sale, we've been on with obviously busy getting collections out the door. We've had a few new arrivals already, and it was just a quick sort of roundup video, really, to how the auction went, which I feel it was good actually. It was going to go one or either way with the bank holiday thing, but turns out it's worked quite well. I think there was just over 250,000, am I right in saying? 250,000 people watching on YouTube.
Thanks very much.
It's a lot of people, yeah, thank you for watching.
All staring at you on that rostrum.
I know that was a bit heavy, but I think, to be fair, you weren't on quite as much. You were busy with provisionals, weren't you? But we've both obviously been on a fair bit.
Yeah. And I'm pleased we're both going on. And like you say, Wednesday and Thursday, between us, did the lion's share of it.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
And I think you're coming on really well. Well done. I got a bit to go like. And then Friday, you're right, I stayed in the office doing provisionals, trying to tie up loose ends, put deals together because it was a bank holiday weekend. And
that's it, of course.
We were trying to get as much done as we could by Friday night, of which we had converted 196 provisionals and we missed on 41.
That's good, isn't
That's
it?
good going,
That is really good
going between the three of us.
Yeah, no, that is good.
I'm quite pleased with that.
Provisionals or rostrum?
Rostrum's a lot easier.
You think?
Oh, doddle, isn't it?
That's what, once you start to enjoy it, I think that's my thing at the moment. Initially, obviously, it comes across as well. You could tell, we're both nervous, weren't we? You don't want to mess anything up. You want to take your time a bit longer. The last thing I want is someone ringing up saying, "Oh, if your dad or granddad were on, they'd have got more or whatnot." So I take my time a little bit. Don't rush anything through. So there's no excuses.
Do you know what though? I think people like that because I think the other two are a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
And we actually get a little bit of the opposite some days. Like, oh, I missed it. The hammer dropped a bit quick.
Yeah.
And
there's a fine line, isn't there?
There is a fine
line because you don't want to be boring and draining on, and you got to somewhat entertain, haven't you?
You've got to get on.
Otherwise, it's just like watching paint dry. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. There is a fine line, but I'm starting to enjoy it a bit more now, which I think hopefully sort of comes across. So I watched back and see what I was doing wrong.
You watch,
yeah, well, it's like anything. It's like the rally thing. I always watch back and it's different, isn't it, when you stood there, but when you're watching it from that side, watching it, and I think I need to smile more. I look like a right miserable git up there. So I am enjoying it, and my face looks like a smackdown because I'm concentrating on. I don't want to mess any figures. Obviously, you got a lot of figures, haven't you? It's a lot harder than it initially looks. It's not until you
notice that, don't you? When you get one or two people up, like we've had some people, haven't we, come on experience days or whatever, and you say, "Oh, come up, you sell this one." And like Amy with her car, bless her, she was like a duck out of water, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's it.
And so it's not as easy as everyone may think when you're stood there.
And it had already sold. There was loads of bids there tallying up. So even when you've got bids, it's just all of a sudden you just don't know what to say, do you? And you're like,
well, some don't. No.
Some don't. Yeah, I do. Initially you pause for 2 seconds, but it seems like 2 minutes, doesn't it? You got to sort of
10 seconds silence here must seem like 10 minutes at home, mustn't it?
Of course it does.
So you must keep something. You've got to keep waffling, really, haven't you? Really, let's be fair. But anyway,
once the nerves go, you can just sort of relax a bit, enjoy it. And to be fair, the best thing to do, or I try and do, if you get tongue-tied, just slow down and pause.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to be confident enough to just pause, get yourself together, and carry on again. Otherwise, you can soon sort of get a little bit.
It's when you get some bigger numbers, you get a bit like.
It's silly, isn't it? Because it's still the same, and the bids are still the same. But you see a few more digits and you start thinking, oh God, you just take it a bit slower and keep cautious. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think it's doing good. I think we're both coming on quite well.
I enjoy doing some quirky lots, me. So Grandad did the Aston, didn't he? And rightly so, because he picked it up.
He knew a bit of background.
The vendor came up to watch it sell. He then bought a Maserati while he was here.
Well, yeah.
So I quite like the quirkiness of different things.
Easter egg, that was a good one.
Easter egg was great. So
what did that, 1,500 quid?
Charity Easter egg, due organised. We thought it might do 400 or 500 quid, really, something like that. One of the volunteers, I won't mention the name because I don't want to embarrass him, he was going to try and buy it. And he was going to take it to the children's ward at hospital. How nice is that?
That's right.
But anyway, he got outbid. Brilliant auctioneer on at that time, like.
That's it.
And the egg did £1,500.
I know, Craig, bless him.
And then Craig then came up on Friday.
I think he bought a Hilux as well.
He bought a Toyota Hilux. Don't slip in that oil, let's move that car. and he brought a Toyota Hilux, 12 grand. So, and then he announced he's diabetic, can't eat the egg. So off he went with the egg. And then in that box on that table is half the egg.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
listen, is he left with it? Oh, you
No,
shouldn't
he
have told me
sent it
that.
back.
Oh, sent it
He
back?
posted it back.
Oh,
so
blimey.
we've all got a bit of Easter egg there later on.
Oh, brilliant.
So well done, Craig.
Yeah,
Good lad,
thank you
well
very
done.
much.
And Will summed it up. Will does the computer side of things, and Will, he got to £1,500. It was between Craig in Bedfordshire and Gary.
Was it a Gary? I think it was a
It was
Gary.
Gary up at Catterick, who came down for some other bits yesterday actually, and I had a chat with him and thanked him very much. And Will said, with all that's going on in the world, it restores your faith in humanity, really, doesn't it? You know, that someone, well, two people then, will donate that amount of money. You know, they didn't buy the egg, did they?
No,
They were
of course they
donating the
didn't.
money and having a bit of fun, weren't they? And that was quite a humbling thing, I thought.
is, we need a lot more
And then he
people
sent
like
me
Craig
half
and
the
Gary.
egg back. So how
There you go.
win-win, it? Brilliant.
Yeah, no, top man. No,
Yeah.
thank you
So
very much.
we do our fair share for charity, don't we?
We do.
Not all directly, indirectly, you know, but we do our fair share. Entry fees this time,
Yeah.
and that's a bit of a bone of contention because some people thought we were. How can I word it? Some people thought it was mandatory to give it to go to the air ambulance. Our choice to give it to the air ambulance. It's mandatory to get in here.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
top
it.
and bottom of it.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are charging an entry fee. We are giving it to the air ambulance because some people were moaning that they didn't want to give it to the air ambulance. Well, I'm sorry, pal, but we're charging you to come in. We're then giving it away. So that's another thing. So we'll get back to that another day. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's it, yeah. To be fair though, I know you see it. There was a few comments, weren't there? But in the scheme of things, how many thousands of people did we have through the doors?
I know.
think we had 4 people moan.
Exactly.
It's only as soon as Facebook and typing all the rest of it. And everyone's saying, what
and
a
if the
great
fiver's a
idea.
big deal for you, don't come.
No, don't bother.
That's it in
No.
a nutshell, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
really,
that's it.
a fiver's a cup of coffee down the street, isn't it?
That's
you know.
it.
So,
and to be fair,
yeah.
you know, I know we're not a museum, but what other museum would you go to with this amount of stock? What changes every 4 weeks?
Exactly.
You know, for a £5. So
Exactly.
nah, get
So,
out of it.
But anyway,
yeah.
back onto topic.
Yeah,
Aston.
I know. Nice
Yeah.
gentleman. He's absolutely over the moon. He went down the road in it the other day, had a bit of a drive
Yeah, the
of it.
buyer's been up. Yeah,
has,
just
yeah, he's been
infill there. So the Greg, I think it was,
It is, yeah.
that has bought the car, came up Tuesday.
Yes, was Tuesday.
To look at it because he hadn't seen it, and he likes it, he loves it.
Well, he had a grin
He
from
then
there to there when he came back.
Tuesday afternoon, he came back and he whizzed off out in it. He did. And then he brought it back Tuesday PM, and we're looking after it for about a week, I think. He's going away,
so.
I think.
Yeah.
And then he'll take delivery next week. So that's all nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, he had a model,
nice.
he said, sat on his desk for years and years. And
Oh, is
I
that
think
right?
he just came out of business or something. He did something. Anyway, sold a company or did something. And he said, I've just always wanted one. And I was so happy for him. Like, he had a grin from there to there when he came back. Like, he's over the moon with it.
Came back and he was walking. I said, how did you get on? He said, yeah. I said, all right with that clutch and that gear stick, because he came up in a lovely Range Rover. And he says, oh, my left leg. He said, I haven't pressed the clutch for years. So nice vendors, nice buyer.
Great.
Lovely.
Great.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, lovely car.
So we're obviously shipping out, filling in.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Ready for the May sale. May. So
Rolling
we'll
in
sign
thick
out
and
for
fast
now.
already. We've had, number turned up. So,
Yes.
just that sort of period of, as you always see, of that sort of Rubik's Cube sort of,
That's it.
turnaround. So, yeah, but no, in a nutshell, it was a good weekend, wasn't it?
Yes.
I
think
enjoyed
so.
it.
Well, good week.
Good week, yeah.
Yeah, I know
good
we
week.
keep thinking it's weekends,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. We're
Week.
midweek now, aren't we? But anyway,
There you
we'll
go.
look forward to catching up with you all in due course.
Thanks for watching.
Over and out.